At least this is trying to get to these kids, to de-radicalize. And I think this isn't this better than having them wandering the streets? We're told we have 23,000 potential killers on our streets. And the security services we talked about last week they don't have the manpower to deal with it. Isn't it better to get them together? And you know, I mentioned there about the human rights. I don't think the people of Manchester or anywhere care about the rights of a would-be terrorist. I think they care about their own human rights and their right to live.
Carole, have you got an example of where this actually works? Because if you look at Guantanamo Bay, that's been a disaster.
Well,
if you look at what the Americans did with the Japanese during the Second World War, that was a disaster.
Totally different. Totally different.
Give me an example. But if you can give me an example of where internment camps are actually working,
this is not an internment camp.
So what is this?
You've mentioned the Japanese camp.
If there isn't enough evidence to charge somebody, then how can you be detaining them?
What we shouldn't do is knee-jerk reactions. There clearly needs to be a thought-through policy, and that has to be rethought now, because we've got to... And I hope that's what the security service, that's what the police, and that's what the politicians are doing. No, just for a moment. That's what they're doing, I hope. And I hope they're thinking out what policies do we actually need in these circumstances. And it might mean massive increase in the number of people working for the security services. It might mean tagging. It might mean all sorts of things. But what you want is you want a group of people looking at it, thinking about it, and coming to a policy. And it might be that there's nothing more they can do. But let's see what they can do. But the idea of just jumping knee-jerk into internment...
How is it knee-jerk?
Well, because it's coming from you at this moment in time.
Oh, very nice.
No, it's the week after. That's knee-jerk.
We've been planning since 7/7 about what to do about terror.
I remember...
There are now 3,000 on the streets. What are we going to do? You know, if we don't change the way we handle terror, it's like the people in Manchester don't matter.
I'm not suggesting we don't change it. What I'm suggesting is we have to think about it. We have to do it carefully.